It's like I, yeah, I think we are live now.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
cool.
so I don't know. For now, I think we don't have anybody joining us.
We will
But
soon. We will soon.
they will
Do you want me
soon,
to share it?
probably.
Would you like me
Yeah,
to
if
share
you
it?
want to
Yeah,
share it.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Uh,
try from here.
uh,
I don't know if I
the
can.
page, and
Yeah,
but also probably is on your page too, because
yeah,
I tagged you. I tagged you in one of them. Yeah.
perfect.
So
Perfect.
perfect. So I'm super grateful for you, for the one that will start, because we were already speaking, right? I'm super grateful and joyful for you accepting my invitation, as I shared in the post that is on Facebook. First time I heard about you, it was through Elisangela from Martin Life, and she shared a link
Mm,
to a conversation with you,
mm,
and I heard your voice, and I felt instant resonance within myself, like it's a magical voice to me,
thank
your
you.
voice, and so I love this person, and I don't even know her, but I love her. And then some time later, I saw you sharing in one of the conversations. You said, "Oh, if you feel the call to join me in a conversation, I'm open
Mm,
to it. So just let me know." And
mhm.
again, I felt the energy I resonate with, because you were open-hearted, inviting everyone that wanted to join you, and
Yeah.
so I felt um, the intuition to ask you if you would accept to 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 have a conversation with me, and because for me it was a great step, and
Mhm.
I believe I told you, and it was almost 2 years ago. Also, I feel the same. I'm not
Was
exactly sure about the time, and
yeah.
yeah, it was such a joy for me, and that is why I'm here today. That's why we are here today, because you inspired me.
Yes, I
You
love
and
hearing that. It's it.
Claude Medina and Denise Shadik and the people that were by
It.
the
I think I'm losing you. There's a wee lag. Gonna wait a
I'm
wee
sorry.
second. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's because I live in a farm,
Yeah,
which I already told you, and so we have internet is not so good. Right
it's
now,
okay.
I have my kids are having classes at Zoom,
Yeah.
and yeah, three, four of my kids they are the four all here, and they are all having uh, events on internet. So probably it will fail, but now you are hearing me, right? So
It's
perfect.
it's the energy you're giving off. It's always
Yeah.
been the energy you're giving off. And you are such I understand and feel you, and I feel exactly the same because you have such a pure heart and you're here to play and to love, and I'm just the same. And I think that's what we're all here for, is to play and to love. And it's so simple that it sounds silly, but isn't that enough? Like this being loving to each other and connecting without the pretenses, right? And all the complications. That's the only reason we're here. That's what I feel. And that's why I love to talk to people, because that feeling is so real to me. And I get to share all the love in my heart. And it's not hard in these sessions. It's not hard because everybody who's showing up has their heart wide open and wants to play as well. And it's great. It's great.
Yeah, and I feel it's like when you are in this uh, frequency, we can call frequency, or you want to play,
Mm,
and so uh, it's like I feel it's like we touch a string in the other person's
mm,
body. So even if the person is not on that frequency at that moment, or uh, it's catchy. I feel it's catchy. That is why I'm doing like the dancing, uh, 111 days dancing, because I feel that when I'm dancing, I'm really wow, I'm super happy, and so I'm
Yeah.
playing like a frequency or a tone or whatever we can call, and whoever is watching, they
Yeah.
can they can I don't
Feel
know.
it.
It's like they
Mm.
can receive whatever they choose to receive, and play with it, and yeah, and share the joy. But I don't know. It's the yeah.
Oh, I'm with you. It's like it, you know, it doesn't matter what we call it. Like we can call it frequency or love or whatever. Like we've all got that little bit of magic, and that little bit of magic does travel, and it's addictive, you know, because the more we come together, the more powerful that whatever the heck it is becomes. I feel enlivened by these conversations because in normal day to day life, we don't always get the opportunity, not all of us, and it's a shame, to speak from that heart center, to be at one with that heart center in this now. And to be in this now with you is an expression of the divinity of all of us, the connection, the freedom, the compassion we can hold, the potential of what we are. And it's all just encapsulated in these conversations. And it can be so easy to get bogged down in trying to explain. But I feel it with you here. I feel your heart and your peace. And that travels. It is something that can't be contained or named. And if we are continually following just that, you know, nothing we ever do, right? Nothing we ever do is not without purpose. And we all have that potential. And I get you. I understand. Because so many of us right now are in a place of having to feel so very much and face so very much on the inside. And it can be really hard. But those little moments of light, those pure expressions, they have such an impact when we are moving into these feeling, sensing, being states that we are right now. The awakening that is happening is really happening. And it's no BS matter. It's a big deal and it's hard. But those little expressions in the mirror of existence of love and freedom and play, they lift the frequency up so high so then anything that needs to come up comes up and out with pure love. Who knows how many people you have touched already, Anna, because you've showed up as yourself, unhampered, unafraid, no fear. Can you imagine how far that frequency has traveled? It doesn't matter how you do it. If your heart's here in the right place, it doesn't even matter what you say. The people are here because we all need each other in this now, and we need to be with each other in this now. And our pure expressions, the unnameable thing that we each have in its unique shape, can create ripples of shift. And it doesn't need all the old silly nonsense, you know, the complicated stuff. It's just that feeling state. And I feel that with you, Anna, and I am glad you are here, and I'm so honored you asked me to spend time with you. It does feel sometimes hard to show up, though, right? Do you ever struggle with that?
uh, to you mean doing a live? That's
Yeah,
it. Yes.
yeah.
Uh, there are those days. That's why I'm actually. Let me just see the comments if we have someone with us. Yeah. So we have. Hello, Maria Jose. Today is in English conversation. I hope you can understand. And also Shannon Macmillan Thompson, thank you for being there. And who else is joining? Julie McDermott. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hello, all. How truly pleased I'm here right now. Let's see what unfolds. Thank you for being there, for creating with us, Julie and Shannon and Maria Jose and whoever is with us. Uh, I was sick on Sunday. I was
Yeah.
feeling sick, really sick,
Yeah.
and I had uh, challenged myself to do this 111 days,
Yes.
and I was not feeling in shape. And I said, "Oh, will I be able to do it today?" And
Mm-hmm.
then I was throwing everything out, and my head itching, and I lay down all day. But in the end of the day, I was feeling better, and I messaged my friend Patricia, which she joined me dancing live, and I said, "Let's do it because I'm sure I'll feel better later." And that's it. Because I have had this experience even when there is some resistance, or
Yeah.
I'm not so feeling like that right
Yeah.
now. But then when I go live and I start, and something magical really happens, and maybe that's because I feel I'm broadcasting the energy from this place also. That's one
Mm-hmm.
of the layers. And so it's really it's balancing, and it's joy to be here. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. When I finish, I'm really wow, so
Yeah.
cool. And sometimes I really get uh, really tired because I'm not used, because I really feel like I'm saying this right now. I'm feeling the energy from Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's from a suggestion, but I feel it. For me, it's real.
Yeah.
And so let's say, yeah, maybe some days there will be some issue or some resistance, but I know that after I go live, I feel I'm in the moment, and I'm flowing,
Yeah.
and I'm joyful, and it's always because as you, I love to communicate, and I feel the same. So,
Yeah.
what you said before, that you can hear for this, at least for me, it's my a task or my gift.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like I hear yesterday, I met some woman that she already is a neighbor, but
Yeah.
and she had contacted me sometime before, and I told her, "Oh, well, sure, you can come here," but then she didn't come. But I was all the time. She said that she was meeting me all the time at the supermarket. But right now we have the mask, and
Yeah.
also I didn't know her. So, but I'll say always, "Hello, how are you?" And she thought I already knew her, and I said, "No, it's because it's my thing. I love to speak with person. I don't know the person, but it's a human being is right by my side, so I say hello." And so
Yeah.
the people know me, but many people I don't know them, but they know me.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
why do I do that? Because it's joyful, and so it makes me vibrate, and
Yeah.
so that's what I came here for. And before, I will refrain from doing that because I was shy, or I was not feeling empowered, and like I was afraid of being myself. And now it's something that comes out naturally, and each time I do it, I feel more
Yeah.
strong, and I feel the energy flowing more strong, and so it
God.
has been an amazing experience and joy,
Yeah.
and to know you too, and like you created. You remember a written challenge writing? So
I did. Yeah.
I wrote a kind of a book, which I it, but
Did you
yeah,
from
because
that?
I wrote 100 texts, so now I want to get them all together, and so it was because of you, and I'm so grateful
That's
because
so beautiful.
it was sometimes I need someone to challenge me.
I
That's
saw
how I
your
work.
writing though. Like you're writing like Anna, you come from the depths of yourself. I'm only just learning to speak from that place. The depths of myself, the the energy of your writing and your speech, you've always come from that place and it's unformed, and it's so pure. I remember your writing to tears because you write from a moment. Yeah, I remember this. You write
Yeah, it
about
was.
the
the
moment, right?
more,
Because that's what it was about. Yeah, because that
yeah,
was what I was up to. I was thinking about the moment and being in that space. But your descriptions were so beautiful. There was so much love in them, and you hold it in such a humble way. Everything you do, you're very, very down to earth. But that's a talent you have, and I hope that you do something with that book. I hope you do. Like, it is going to be so gorgeous to see it out there. Like, that lights me up. It really does, to see people just doing their thing, you know, whatever it is makes them happy. I don't care what it is. Like, that's amazing. You wrote a whole book. I can't believe it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so good.
Let's say
Oh my
I
god.
made a sketch with 100 texts I wrote because I said to
Yeah.
myself I will do every day, and that was hard because there were some days that I will, oh, I don't know what to write about, and but then when I will put my feet on the ground every time and ask like the flow from the
Yeah.
sky and the totality, and then I'll start writing, and then it will come out. And so now I want to yeah, rearrange a little bit and maybe do some drawing because I love the drawing, and
Yeah.
then create a book. And I would like to share this series, and
Oh,
then hopefully
Anna.
if someone wants a print, maybe they have to order and pay for it. And but the idea would be to share because it's not. It was I tried to like let's say we are all channels, right? We
Mm-hmm.
are all channeling first whenever we connect to that place inside, whatever you like to call.
Yes.
So it's let's say it's a channel book in the sense that I was putting that intent, but of
Yeah.
course it has my energy to the
Yeah.
co-creation, and also with what you have put out and what I was reading in the group, and so let's
Yeah.
say nothing is really, it's always a co-creation. We are
Yes.
here, right now, and people are with us, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
co-creation, even if they join later. So I'm trying to see more, if there are more comments. Oh, we have Susanna Mara. Oh, so good to see you, Susanna. I'm very joyful for you being here. And so,
So
yeah,
nice.
it's. I mean,
It's nice to know everybody's
I
here.
feel
That's
so
lovely.
grateful. Yeah, I feel so grateful for whatever, yeah, for you in my life. and and
Really?
even if we had any situation which was we could label less positive, which for me it wasn't, but uh,
See, this
it
is
is
it.
all so beautiful because we are co-creating always one with the others, and as we open to that, so it's our life becomes much more lighter and free. And that doesn't
Yeah.
mean my life is not perfect because that day that I was sick, then in the night, my mother was demanding things from me, and I had to cook the dinner and I had to do a lot of stuff. Then I get really a little bit angry about the things, and but it was very interesting because at the same time I was overreacting. I was a kind of a little bit all over the place for a moment, but I was speaking my heart, and I was observing. So it was not some uncontrolled explosion. It was
Mm-hmm.
different,
Yeah.
and actually I feel that it had to come out because it's
Yeah.
still connected with the I have to make the peace with the masculine, and how is the relationship with my husband, and also the questions with my mother because she has been always a big master for me because
Yeah.
the master trigger for me, the master a lot of stuff for me. So
I get
it's
that.
super perfect that those things happen right now. Is like in the moment I can be a little bit
Yes.
oh, but then I'm like I am grateful for this because I'm learning more passion. I'm expanding.
You have to forgive me. I cry a lot these
Yeah.
days. And I just started to cry as you were speaking. It's just something I'm doing this week. But I was like, every time I'm like, I feel so much listening to you because it's such it's such the truth of our experience here. We're all cracking right open right now. And that very deep love and compassion for every single cracking open is so necessary. But things are happening pretty fast. I feel very different every day, every hour right now. And it's beautiful. And, to witness this in you, this purity of intent and freedom of expression is beautiful to me. This energy, you said you were grateful for me. I want to share something with you about that I came to realize only a few days ago, and it created this big energy shift in my body. Everything that we look upon in this reality, and we feel that love, that expanded feeling, it is ourselves we feel. We're allowed to give ourselves the gift of recognizing the love that we are holding inside, that we cannot help but pour upon the world. The second we recognize that this beauty that we hold on the inside is ours, something happens, you know?
Mm.
Like, you look at the world like that. That's why everything to you is beautiful. Why you're grateful for
Yes.
everything. Like, even grateful for your anger. That's like the ticket right there. Oh, I didn't know that before. I used to spend a
Mm.
lot of time getting mad at me for getting mad.
Yes.
And then I realized, do you know what? I can just pull myself in right here and say, I love this too. And once you do, it just kind of goes, joins
Yes.
the joins the rest of the bigness that we all are, just as one small facet of this bigness. And it's no longer a big deal. Like, if I'd have worked that out earlier, I swear, life would have been so much easier. Really would have.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. It's it's because we experience, we are creation, right? We want to
Yes.
experience more and more and more and create more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I don't know. It's what we came here for.
It is. Yeah, it is. And that's
Or
the
maybe
fun.
I don't know. Maybe I don't feel I like to suffer, or but for me it is not suffer anymore. In the sense, I don't feel my life was difficult most of the
No.
time. I still have those moments when I come back, like the other day, and I will uh, visit again that place of the wounded feminine by the masculine, and but I know it's all, there is this inner knowing that I know we are all source.
Yeah.
It's all source creation, and it's all one. And um, so all these theories, all this conspiracy, all these labels that we put in whatever
Mm.
we are creating as a collective is all from the one. And
It
I
is.
know that, of course, I tell this many times to many people. If I see someone killing someone in front of me, I don't know how will I feel this, or if I see some extreme situation.
Yeah.
Uh, and whenever we hear stories that are still happening of people suffering, and so much suffering are still here yet, and it's not
Yeah.
because of what we are living in this moment in the collective about this virus. It's much more, and it's still
Yeah.
happening. And
It's all that.
so,
It's energy, though, right? It's
yeah, but
energy.
it's all energy, energy.
And just like that thing, like we were talking about there, about when we see the beautiful and feel the beautiful for another, it's still ours. It's our beauty. It's our feeling on the inside. We fold that in. If we feel like this is something like, if we fold in the suffering, make it devotional. Now, it is a devotional experience to feel deeply. And that deeper self, recognizing the depth of how much we can feel, can take it all. because it's just the outside being folded in on the inside that's actually happening right now. You know, embracing the bigness of everything until it collapses. I know, and then everything that we are is just love then. Like, I used to get a lot of jip for saying that a lot, but I can't not say the word love right now because of the power of the feeling behind it. Like, that word to me encapsulates all of our collective experience right now, and it says everything we need to know. The rest of it is just silly nonsense. And I say that with affection because I've wasted so much time in my life with this silly nonsense. But that love, that's why we're here. And all of it is that. And it's just the energy underneath things that we're meant to take in. Just the energy. We don't need the stories or the words or the false narratives. These old selves are just energies, that have followed us around or that we've clung to. And, I'm so ready now, for every one of us to fully embrace all of this bigness on the inside. And it is encapsulated by that word, love. And you can't get away from it. And I refuse not to say that word. It needs to be, because I can feel it here every time I do, and then it shows up everywhere every time I say it. So it's just my favorite word right now. And I'm just gonna keep spitting bars around word love because you need it.
Yeah.
We need it. Everybody does, and everybody deserves it. Every single soul on this planet, whatever they're going through, whoever is watching, if you were in the throes of it, like I've been recently, my God, Anna, I've been through feel upon feel upon feel, and it has been a devotional experience. That's the only way I can describe it. On my knees, feeling. And the only thing that I need in those moments, the only thing that creates a shift is love. So that word cannot be removed from our vocabulary. It's the only one that's needed here. I don't know where all that came from. It's kind of where I'm at right now.
It's a
Sorry.
word. Sorry, what? No, I feel the same. But
Yeah.
it's a word. It's a word.
Mm-hmm.
Words. And
Yes.
yeah, today I was writing to some virtual friends because it's words are concepts and
Yeah.
worlds. Words are worlds, and each word means a world
Yes.
to any person. So each word
Mm-hmm.
uh, like love for you, maybe
Yeah.
it's different that love for me or love for Suzanne or Takayuki or
Yeah.
Julie or Maria
Yeah.
and whoever is joining us. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm loving so much the light and cowboy. And I love very much. I don't know if is still with us, but I love the space that she's creating with them. For the ones that don't know, they created a virtual space. We can go and share whatever we feel in our hearts,
Ah.
and it's not much labeled like whatever comes out you can share. So it can be dancing, it can be singing, it can be just movement, it can be noises
I need to
or
go.
playing or whatever, and it's really I love it because we get in such a state of joy and expansion
Mm-hmm.
and play and fun, and so in that moment we are co-creating something so beautiful and putting in the field and in the totality, and that's the and also which we I think we talk about that and how I still seeing the same that all these bright dots connecting all the time in the planet through this virtual way, which before it was not possible.
Mm-hmm.
I was dreaming of traveling and walking speaking with the persons like Jesus and saying, "You are beautiful, I love you," and now I can do this virtual way, which is much more. And of course, I'm doing this in my whenever I can, whenever people allowed me to do it without thinking that I'm crazy, right?
Oh,
I
come
don't care
on.
anymore.
That's my other favorite word. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Crazy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay. Because that's where we're heading, right?
I don't
Let's,
care anymore.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Embrace that. Because that,
yeah,
like, that's something to fold in and hold and say, I am crazy. Because what does crazy mean right
right.
now? It means you've come away from what was known into the unknown. And
Yeah,
there's nothing more beautiful than that. And I've got to go join that experience. It sounds amazing. I keep meaning to. Being a mum right now, I have no time concept. I am just rolling with this tiny little person all day long. And I just follow his body and his expression all day long. And I don't come up for air until I have to do stuff like this. And it's amazing because it's like my day is just one big long moment. One big long moment. And then I stop here and my heart is already this wide, right? Because I've just been with him all day. And I feel like that lack of interference with whatever is happening with us, being able to just be in your experience unhampered by anything is so amazing. And I never used to be able to feel that kind of experience before. That's a recent thing. And I'm so grateful for my little son. And I'm so
yeah.
grateful that my life is set up like this now, where I can be with him and then just be in one long moment and then be with you. And it's the same energy. Isn't that amazing? It is, though.
It's our core, right? From all of us,
Yes.
it's our
Yes.
core. And if we are in this playfulness, it's yeah. And it's such a joy to know that now you are a mother, because when we met first
Yeah.
time, you were willing to be a mother,
Mm-hmm.
and that you can be this mother that is so much more expanded for
Yeah.
everything that you have experienced, and
Yeah.
you are in this much more center place, balanced place.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so for me, my motherhood was more the tool for me to come to this where I am now, and so I was not so much enjoying, although I feel that I was always I had always this like playfulness even when
Yeah.
I was in depression. That's why they will say I was a bipolar, because there will always be this side of believing in magic and and being enchanted with small things, and but also there will be the opposite, and now it's much more fun, but it's amazing. And also these beings that are being born now. And I was telling to the friend that came here today, the woman that I met in the supermarket, and I
Yeah.
was telling her, because this new child, I and everybody's speaking about that, and
Yeah.
what I get whenever I connect with myself, with they taking the collective, so they are much more. They already know a lot of stuff that took us years to figure out, and
Yeah.
so it's like we are trying to explain
Yes.
to them something, and they are, of course,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
You're
super
so
fun.
right. You're
Yeah, it's
so
super.
right. Like, it's crazy. It's like I kind of get a do over. We get a do over now. Like, I don't see his experience of reality as separate to my own. No, we're all children again. Now.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what happened then. We're all children now, and we are both mother, father, child to each other.
Yes.
That's what's happening. So I get
Yeah.
that. I get that. And I remember you saying this before, people saying they love the label. The world loves the label, right? But oh, we're so past that now. It's funny. I just laugh now. Like someone says something about me, I sit there and I quietly laugh. And I used to be, right? Oh, I used to be one of those people and I would go, but I'm not that, right? And then I realized, what part of me wants to defend there because I'm not that either. The part of me that wants to defend and engage with some untruth that denies the pure expression of your and my perfection. What part of me would ever want to argue with another human soul who needs a label? You are so much more than that. Because I've had that too. I've had every label, every single. Honestly, you could put a whole bunch of them on a hat, right? And you'd still be sitting there a month later, right, pulling out the things people have called me in my time, and at the end, and this is the funny bit, you come to realize we are all nameless.
Yes.
We are
Yes.
nothing, right? And we are every single thing under the sun. These labels are meaningless things. And what a gift they are. I am grateful for every single one because we do not discover our namelessness without the trigger that comes with those
Yeah.
labels.
Yeah. That is the perfection. So that's why whatever we have been experiencing is the perfection. And
Yeah.
once we are able to see
Mm-hmm.
this flash, even if just for a moment, then you
Yeah.
can come back to the old triggers or sometimes to apparently to the old patterns, but there was this glimpse
Yeah.
that um, inspires you, and that
Yeah.
maybe we cannot deny that the miracle point when we can see this
That
perfection.
I
Yes.
love that word too. I love that word miracle because I think it's important that we remember, the miracle of being here. Like if that word was to be removed from me, I would miss out so much of my experience here because that awe for everything sort of shifts the dial on, patterns and programs. If I can just move into a state of awe and presence with myself and whatever is going on around me, just observe it with awe. And we can all do that. I have a wee awe button somewhere under my belly button. I just press the awe button and everything just collapses on its own. We don't have to get all tangled up in that stuff. And my God, I am one for getting tangled. I love a tangle, but I'm done with them. I'm done with getting entangled in things that don't have love in them for me. And I choose awe instead. I choose to be with the experience and witness it rather than make it part of me. Because all we've got is right now. That's all we have. That's all we'll ever have. And what on earth is more important than that? Not a thing.
Yeah.
Not a single thing.
Yeah.
You have lovely teeth. You have the loveliest smile.
Thank
You
you.
really do. I've been looking away at your teeth, that smile, the whole way through. You're so glowy. Whereabouts in Portugal do you live? Can you tell me?
In the south, center south, really at the Spain border.
I've been there.
Uh, yeah, near Elvas. You have been here,
I have.
Elvas. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. I'd love you
I've
to come and visit one of the days.
Oh, I'd love to as well.
Yeah,
Can
you
we
are
do
not so far away, right?
No, it's not actually.
Yeah.
Like I've been like something like I don't know, maybe 3 times in my life in Portugal, and it's always been very special. And I remember, have you ever been to, I don't know whether this is Portugal or Malta, because I've been to Malta as well. And I went to this place called the Blue Grotto. Have you ever been to a place called the Blue Grotto?
No, that must be Malta. Blue grotto.
Yeah.
No, I
Let me
don't.
tell you about it,
I
right?
don't.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, of
So,
course. Tell me.
like, just on that subject of awe, right? I was about 9, I think, and we went on this boat. It must have been Malta, on the coast of Malta into these caves. And
Oh,
we were told when we were going in there that this was a grotto from many, many years ago. And they called it the Blue Grotto because when you went in there, the water reflected off the stalactites, you know, the spikes out coming off the
yes,
top of the,
yes, yes,
and it showed you every color of blue under the sun.
yes.
So we went into this grotto on the boat, and I remember looking around me and thinking, wow. And I've never forgotten it. And there's something in the energy of both Portugal and Malta that has that kind of very special radiance. There's something magical about those two places. Much of the mother energy. Do you find
Yes,
that?
yes. I think the blue growth, I was not understanding the word growth before.
All
My
right.
English is not so good.
That's okay.
But I think it's in Portugal, is in Algarve, in the south of Portugal, and they have
Yeah.
at least they have a blue growth, and
Yeah.
they have to visit the caves tours,
Yes.
and they go. I was living when I was about to do this caves visit, but
Yeah.
I ended up never doing it. But it's magical, yeah, it's really magical. In the south of Portugal, you have amazing caves with water, and you enter with the
Mm.
boats. And
Mm.
yeah, you were describing, and I'm feeling. Of course, is the mother is Gaia
The mother
energy.
energy. Yeah.
I'm speaking, and I'm feeling whoa
Yeah, me
through my
too.
sheet, and it's yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful, loving energy, and very, and this area especially, because I think maybe I told you before, this area was a pilgrimage area
Yes.
7,000 years ago. So people will come here to worship a god, a monotheistic god, which
Wow.
probably was the first one, which they called the Indovellicus, and
Wow.
the Romans have called Indovellicus when they arrived here. And so, yeah, it's really, and about the rocks here too, uh, rocks that tells you stories and speak to you, and it's really,
Really?
yeah. I don't know, they
Uh,
are just magical rocks.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
this is where it's at. Like this is where it's at. Like we've got to get offline at some point, you know. I would love to do that. Get something happening, like some kind of ad hoc festival. I keep it
Yes.
comes into my head a lot, but just a whole bunch of people just gather, and we need to do it
Yes.
more and more and more. When the time comes that we can, you know, I want to just call people and gather. I'd love to go back to Portugal. I must come see you. I'd love to come see you. We can do light language together.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
uh, Actually, some time ago, told Medina that we should do a zoology meeting here because I'm in a big property. I'm in a big property with 400 hectares. Of course, it's not
Wow.
mine. It's for my husband's family, but
Yeah.
we have a place to do a big gathering here, and we
Wow.
have dams and water,
That's
and
cool.
it's really a magical this area, and also. There are circles of stones, one very famous in Évora, which I have a friend which is an archaeologist, and he has a theory that he says the Cromaleque dos Almendres is the name of the most famous stone circle in Portugal.
Mhm.
He thinks it's connected with Stonehenge, and but this one was the first one.
Right.
It's his theory. So, and also there is another one near here. So this area is really, there is a dolmen in this property, which is called
Oh,
Santa Lucia. Yeah, it's Santa Lucia. And I have the chapel of Santa Lucia 10 meters from where I am. And, but the chapel right now is full of old furniture. And I feel has been asking me to reactivate the place, and I'm asking them to do that, but still they don't do. But it's the energies here. Santa Lucia was, and she's represented with the eyes in the head. And so, yeah, so let's say I'm in the right place in the right
you do it. You
time,
do it.
maybe. Yes,
You do it.
yes,
You could do it, Anna.
yes,
I'm serious.
yes,
What would ever
yes,
stop
maybe.
you? People would love to come.
Let's say they don't feel like that. I'm trying to put the idea and picking, but let's say the family, there is a lot of energy that is not moving here, let's say, but I'm trying to. Anyways, I'm working from here energetically. I'm broadcasting. I feel I'm broadcasting really this energy and and the love, all the love that is in this land. I'm at least I try to do it the best I can. I try to
You,
just let it flow.
I was going to say that you embody that energy. You know, you carry that frequency, that beautiful, beautiful feminine essence. You know, you wouldn't have to, you know, the second you decide, the second any of us decides, right? You know, I have that power. Stuff just happens. Hand it up. I've had to let go of everything recently that way, and it feels useful and powerful to do so. Just let everything go, hand it all up. And I bet you it'll happen, man. Are you still there? Did I lose you?
Yeah, no, I'm here. Are you
Oh,
there?
good. Oh, you're there. Yeah, because you're frozen, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah, you're frozen on my
yes,
side.
because okay, no, but it's because probably the internet's not so good. A lot
That's
of
okay.
my kids all using the internet at the same time. Um, let's say right now I just let it flow. So there is
Mm-hmm.
no because actually I feel whatever happens, I'm just following what I feel guided to do, and
Yeah,
I do it. And
yeah.
recently I found out like I had a friend visiting, which she channels a lot of energies too, and we were in this dolmen, Santa Lucia dolmen, and then she sent she told a message, and in the middle of the message was you are the rainmakers, you are the rainmakers, and some years ago I to do a rain dance, and I did it, which I maybe I told you, I don't know. And
Sounds
I did
like
it
you
in
did.
this yeah. So I was searching what is the most was the most powerful place in the area, and of course it was the place where the people will go to Endovelico, which is a big rock
Oh,
they call Rocha da Mina. And so I was there, and I asked, and I was trying to figure out how to do it, and I just said, well, I will follow my intuition because I couldn't find many things about rain dance. But it was very funny because I proposed to do it to people from the local bibliothèque. And I thought they will say,
wow.
oh, this is crazy or something. And they said, no, okay, this seems nice. And I say, okay, so I'm in another dimension, which people want to do rain dance with me. Okay, great,
Yeah.
let's do it. But so it's very interesting because I feel really that whoever was buried in that place, or maybe there were several shamans and they were doing rain dance. So I'm accessing the information from the land, and and so I just let it fall. And whenever there's some idea, I share or I try to
Yes.
bring it to light. about Santa Lucia, I know that the energy is here, and that is a place people come here and they love to be in these lands, and they don't know why. They say, I feel so good here, and that is perfect. That is what is meant to be, right? That's what I feel is meant
Yeah,
to be. Whoever comes here, it's assessing the energy and can play with it,
I
can
love
react with it,
that.
can balance. Maybe I don't know,
There's
whatever they choose.
something so there's something so special about Portugal. There is something so special, and I completely understand. I feel so glad that you're there. I feel so glad that you're doing this work there, and that you're there to anchor all that light that you are and support that energy and continuing to rise and rise and rise. This is the thing. I think we've kind of gone past understanding the impact of what we're doing and just doing it. And I think that's useful because the less attached I think I am personally, anyway, to whatever I'm doing, you know, I feel like the less attached I am, the more I'm then able to do, and probably, I think, the more impact it'll then have. Like, I think we're getting past the point of needing to know why about anything. Like, why? Who cares? Do you know what I mean? The soul doesn't come with a why. It doesn't. And like when we get over the why bit, right? That's when magic happens. I love that, Anna. I'm glad that you are there. Sounds exciting for
Yeah, and
me.
I'm glad that you are there because I feel really there is a strong connection. You are in near Brighton, right? Brighton,
Yes.
yes,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
has always called me the name. Also, I used to read Agatha Christie books, which let me just help
Did you?
because so. And she
Yeah,
will speak about Brighton. Maybe she was from that area. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think she was. I think she was close by
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there. Whenever I will see images from England, also Ireland, this
Mhm.
beautiful island
Yeah, it's a beautiful
where you
place.
are. Yeah,
Mm.
I will feel really, yeah, inspired. And it's again, it's the stones because you have the same kind of stones. You have schist, right? You have the
Yes.
old walls of
Yes.
stones. Yeah,
Yes.
so it makes sense that these areas are connected, of
Mhm.
course, it makes
Mhm.
total sense for me
Does.
because whenever I'll see those walls, stone walls from England and Scotland, and I will um, feel, yeah, this strong connection too. Yeah, it's
I feel
so
very.
nice.
It's so nice. It's so nice. I'm sorry I interrupted. There's like because of the wee lag. I have to pause. I need to remember to pause. But I was going to say to you there, I feel very drawn, and at the moment to kind of stay offline a lot and just go outside as much as possible, and only for really beautiful, aligned, open things like this, right? These very open places and spaces. That's what I'm online for. And this morning I went out into the area that I live in, and it's covered in woods. There's a lot of woods and a lot of houses, but the woods area is beautiful. And it was just, I said this to you at the start, covered in flowers. I saw every kind of flower that exists in Britain just this morning on my walk, and it was so gorgeous. Just the air and the sky and the trees. There's something very, very powerful just right outside our doors for giving us some space
Yeah.
to breathe and take in what we are, because we are that nature. We are all of what we see in front of us. And it's really good to stay connected to that, you know? Like, there's a reason why you're where you are and why I am with the trees and the flowers. Because if we didn't have that, could we show up here? Probably not. I'd be in the bathroom banging my head off the wall, right? If I didn't have my trees and my flowers, I'd be losing my mind right now. Well, actually, yeah. an accurate description. I think I'm doing that anyway. But it's just important to say, I think. It's important to say,
Yeah,
definitely.
losing my mind is. I have thought about that, but it's really we are losing our minds.
We are! Yes, thank God. Thank about
Oh, that's
time.
great. I love it.
It's a big experience though, right? It's hard. And especially now, like, the emotions, they come in like these giant, giant waves, and they don't have stories attached, and they don't have, identities, or it wasn't caused by anything. It's just big things come in, and it's so good that we are so close to nature and we can just give it to the earth. Just let it all drop from us. Because that's what it does for me anyway. When I go on these walks, things just come off. And it feels like a different world afterwards. And I feel
Yes.
like we're all doing that right now for humanity. We're doing that. We are feeling right now for the whole of humanity. And we should be so proud of ourselves. We should be so awestruck and humbled by the power that we have to feel our courage,
It
you
is
know?
for us. It is for
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's the fun because
yeah,
whatever you do that brings you to this space of joy and peace, you are
yeah,
doing for you, but
yeah,
at the same time is for everything, for the totality. That is the
yeah.
funny part of it, right? uh,
Because I want to,
I was just seeing the comments, and
yeah,
we have Patricia, my sister. Thank you, Patricia, for being here. Suzanne is saying she hopes to come back to Portugal. I do hope so. You come, Suzanne. I'd love to meet you too and hug you. And we have Barbara Ake, which I love. She's always with me. Thank you for being there, Barbara, and Takayuki from Japan, and Julie. It's when we accept that all of it is, when we accept, I think it is all enveloped in the unconditional love. When you realize you
yes,
have never truly been born, then how
yeah,
could you die? Infinite and boundless and
yeah,
formless living, die, crashing and ebbing ashore in the cosmic dance of life's expression. Such a beautiful words and worlds put together, Julie. Yeah, and we have more comments from Shannon too, and sending love, and thank you for all for being, and whoever joined this now. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Seanin. I just wanted
that's
to see what
perfect. It's
our friends
perfect.
are
I'm so
sharing.
glad you did. I can't see the comments, so it's lovely to know that everybody's here. Thank you so much. Thank you, every single
Yeah,
one of you. It's
it's
beautiful.
a joy. It's a
It
joy.
is.
It is a joy, and now you were speaking about, and I'm seeing the sun coming through the window, and as I was hearing you, I remember some time ago I was sitting on the grass near here.
Yeah,
I looked to just a teeny part of, and it was spring.
yeah,
I was just looking a small square of land with
mm,
teeny herbs, and in that little space there were more than maybe uh, 15 different herbs and teeny flowers, and I was like, this so such a again such a miracle, because we don't even need to go to such a big place to find all the abundance and diversity of
no,
nature, and the garden of Eden, which is here.
yeah,
It's here now. It's not away from here. It's here now, as we see, as we choose, and as we yeah, as we feel it. Even it's much more easy that we look and we see, but if we breathe and we say, I'm breathing Gaia, wherever you are in connection. You just
Yeah.
have to remember. So that's something that I always love to share, because some people are in a big city or in a building and they feel they are not connected, but they are. They just
Hmm.
have to call
Yeah.
the feeling and remember, and the love is always
Yeah.
available. The
Yeah.
hands are stretched. The thousand angels that are around us. It's a
And
figurative.
if they're stuck,
Yeah.
they've got you, Anna. If they're stuck, they've got you. Being around you is that joy. Being around you is beautiful. You
Oh,
have an
thank you. And
amazing energy.
thank
You really
you.
do.
And you are bringing this out, right? We are bringing out always. We are all bringing this out, and also whoever is with us, uh, because it's sometimes we say being in balance is that we have to no matter what is happening around you, you are in that center point. But at the same time, we came here to cooperate, and so of course if we are so still that we are so in the center, we are not experiencing anything anymore.
Hmm.
So it's really, yeah, the infinity sign, which
Yeah.
since all the situation became, I'm seeing, and because it has to be this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice in that center, you know. Like I used to get really, I don't know. I used to get really like, stop telling me to go in the middle. Like I was not a middle. I was not a middle person. I was like, what are you trying to say? Right? I like the edges, right? But the more time I spend there, right, actually in that 0 point space, the more I can feel there now. It's very, very interesting to be in that space and just breathe. There's a lot of surprises, you know? So, like, I'm over the edges sometimes myself, definitely, and I love an edge or two. But there's definitely something special happening with that middle point at the minute as well. There really is. This has been such an awesome time, and I thank you so much for letting me be a guest.
You don't have to say that I accept. You don't have to thank anything. You don't have to say that you feel honored, but I accept. So I feel the same.
Yeah.
I feel the same. Yeah, I'm hearing your son, right?
Yeah, I can
Calling.
hear him in the background.
Yeah.
And he's not quiet
Yeah.
either. Bless him. He's a wee
Yeah.
foghorn,
Yeah.
just like his mummy.
Yeah.
He likes
Can
making a
you
noise.
can you remember me his name, because I don't remember now. I'm
It's
like the
it's
Dory fish.
it's Finn. Finn.
Finn,
And
yeah,
it
that's it,
yeah,
Finn. Which I love it. It's a
yeah.
Huckleberry Finn, and I don't know. It remembers me
It
a
means
story.
it means the brave and fair one.
The
Yeah.
can you repeat, because the
It
internet?
means it means the brave fair one
Oh,
in
yeah,
Irish. Yeah.
the brave fair one. And I love
Yes.
Irish traditions, and yeah, all the fairies and everything. It's such magic. Yeah, of course,
That is great.
has to be. Yeah, it's a beautiful. So send him a big kiss from me. Make some cuddles for me, and yeah, go there to enjoy him. And I hope we meet soon. We can meet soon.
We will. We will. We'll go down to
Yeah,
that blue grotto place and have a wee swim. It has been
yeah,
so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. It's been a pleasure. And
yeah.
must get you on my show sometime soon as well. Loads and loads of
Yeah.
love. Bye bye.
Gratitude and joy to all, and to you.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye. I never find the end button. Okay, here it is. Gratitude to all.